One of the things that often comes up with those that are feeling a little lost or a little unclear is that we get to the end of the day and we feel like we haven't done anything. Like today was just the same as yesterday. And they're the kind of problems that make us feel lost or unclear or lacking in direction. What we want to feel is that each day meant something to us, that each day is leading us to where we want to be going, to what we want to be doing. This activity that I'm about to run through with you will show you how to make sure each day has some form of meaning in it. It will lead you to add a little bit more presence and a little bit more purpose to the actions you take every day. Because often what I see is confident and capable people who kind of know what they value, who kind of know the things that matter to them. Things like health and fitness and growth and ambition or family. They kind of know these things, but they aren't connecting with them. They aren't connecting them with their day. And that's the slippery slope towards a life of no meaning. That's the slippery slope towards a life where we're constantly searching for more. Okay, so one of the ways to bring more fulfillment to our lives and make sure we don't go down that slippery slope is to come out with our values and then create some key daily behaviours and implement them in our day so that we can fulfill those values more regularly. Just getting things done each day that fulfill the person that we are. Instead of just doing things because they're a habit of ours, or it's just because of what I do when I go to work, or it's just because it's who I am, but more so being present with why we're implementing these values, why we're implementing these behaviors, and how they link to who we are more deeply. And the starting point is to know our values, to know the character traits that we want to adopt, or to know the things that mean the most to us. And of course, there are other videos available at 8weeklifehack.com that can help coming up with your own values. But today is about bringing more value, bringing more purpose, bringing more fulfillment to your day. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by coming up with our own values. Okay, so some values that regularly come up from other members that have joined the 8weeklifehack.com are things like energy, things like positivity, freedom. What else normally comes up? We've got a lot of things like determination, achievement. We often get love. Love's a really big one, love or connection. And then finally, something might be like creativity or learning. Yeah, I've just gone with six pretty typical values. I'm sure you've got some of your own that you can come up with, and you could use those there instead. And then we're going to take those values and we're going to create some key daily behaviors or key daily indicators. Things that we can do every single day to make sure that we fulfill the values. So regardless of results, regardless of direction, regardless of our job, regardless of whether a friendship's going well, all of that to the side, if we fulfill some key daily behaviors, we still feel like we're getting fulfillment every single day. So for something like energy, you might want to make sure that you've got a training session done, or eating right. And it doesn't have to be like every single day, all day you're eating right, but once or twice you might eat right. Positivity, you might want to do things like gratitude perhaps, or just spend some moments focusing on what's good about life at the moment. Just a moment of gratitude, just a moment of focusing on what's good. Or maybe you want to do something larger. Maybe to get positive, you want to stay focused on the solution, stay solution focused and be positive, be up tempo, be upbeat. It's up to you. You can create your own daily behaviors. Freedom, an example might be to do something just for you. To make a decision just for you. To not have to worry about anyone else, to not have to worry about the other consequences, to not have to put anyone else first, but just the freedom of choice, the freedom of spending time to yourself. Then you might think about something like determination. Okay, so you might associate determination with achievement or success or doing the hard thing. So, determination, what's something you can do every day? For me, it might be just like do one hard thing. Or see one thing through. Determination. Make sure that the value is being fulfilled by the daily behavior. Love and connection, a deep conversation with someone important. Maybe do that every day. This one as well, and I'm suggesting you do it daily, but love and connection, a deep conversation, that could just be, caring about your local barista, serving the coffee, make sure you have a deep conversation. Or it can be, on the weekend, calling your parents and having a deeper conversation. Whatever it is, love and connection, key daily behavior. Then creativity, maybe it's an hour away from the screen. Get stuck into a book, read a newspaper, do some drawing, do some coloring, creativity, 1 hour away from the screen. Or if this one was, knowledge and learning, maybe it's 1 hour's worth of reading a new book or doing a course online or whatever the case is. So value, work out what your values are, understand a little bit more about yourself and what your key core values are, and then come up with them, then create some key daily behaviors. Now next, I would get you guys to do a review, but for the purposes of this video, I want to do our timetable. So I want to look at taking these values, taking these key daily behaviors, and actually inserting them into our day. And that might look like something like this. Energy, okay, energy, I'm gonna train every morning at 6. And that's all it takes sometimes, is just 5 days a week. Training first thing in the morning gives you energy. Or if you don't want to do the training thing, you might just make sure, each dinner is eat right. Each dinner you have is that you eat right for dinner, and that gives you the energy, that makes you feel energetic. Positivity, maybe you've got to do gratitude at night. Etc, etc, etc. Gratitude every single night might lead down this positivity kind of track. Or maybe you're going to be looking at focusing on solutions, focusing on the positive. So you might go, after I train in the morning, I focus on dreams. I stay positive. Maybe that's going to be your daily behavior. Freedom. Do something for you. Maybe there's a time in the day where you just need to create a trigger for freedom. Questioning yourself. And so you insert that into the day. So on and so forth with each of the values and each of the key daily behaviors, insert them into your day. You can see creativity, an hour away from the screen. Maybe you want to go end of work, brainstorm each day for an hour. Now you can see you've gone from a day where perhaps it was just a little bit of Groundhog Day and you weren't really doing anything any day that was like truly fulfilling your values within, to now knowing values, coming up with a few values, creating some daily behaviors that will help you fulfill those values, and then actually inserting them into your day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that day that you're going to do to make yourself feel more fulfilled about who you are. And then once we do that, we're going to do the review. So you've worked out your values, you've worked out the key daily behaviors, you've inserted them into your day and into your week. Next is to do a review to make sure you're fulfilling them. So at the end of the day, when you look back and you think that was a good or a bad day, you've got some kind of review to actually tell you why and what was fulfilling and what wasn't. And so pretty straightforward, was I energetic today? And you just give yourself a tick. Did I train? Did I eat right? Maybe it's something else. Tick, no, tick, tick, no, tick, tick. So on and so forth. Freedom. Today, did I do anything that was just for me? Monday, no I didn't, but Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, yeah I did. I did that project for work that was just my project. 3 things, maybe no. And what you can see here is you end up getting, a bit of clarification on the things that are happening, the things that you are doing to fulfill your values. And maybe you have a look and you go, well, determination, actually, I never finish anything off. Now that, just as a side note, might be an indicator of it not perhaps being a value. Let's say, for instance, that you go off and you adopt all these values that I came up with. Well, then perhaps you don't get to do anything every single day that's a link to that value because it's not actually a value of yours. That might be an indicator of that. But you can see with these others, this has got Monday, yes, no, yes. Well, let's give you another yes, another no. Yes, no, yes, no. So you've got, out of 6, you've got 3. You might have had a pretty good day. Let's go no. Tuesday might have been a shit day, Wednesday might have been a shit day, and then Thursday, a whole bunch of ticks, might have been a good day. So you can see how the review helps you kind of analyze what was fulfilling about today, was it good, was it bad, and then you can make adjustments from there. So what we've got here is key daily indicators, and the way that we use them is making sure that we do things every single day that fulfill us and fulfill our core values. So key daily indicators. First step, knowing your values. Second step, coming up with some key daily behaviors, really simple, small things that you can do every single day to fulfill those values. Next, we want to insert them into our day. And then the third step is to review them. Review the days. Did I do it? Did I not? Did I have a good day? Did I not have a good day? And perhaps finding out a reason why it was or why it was not fulfilling. Because when we can fill our days with the things that we truly value, the things that mean a lot to us, well, then each day has a purpose and each day has meaning, and we don't feel like we're kind of lost and unclear about what we're doing with our lives. These days, with work and with everything that's going on, it's so easy to get caught in Groundhog Day, to get caught just doing things that make us feel lost and make us feel unhappy. But if we know our values and we do something about them every day, we can have much more meaning.